Anything else for you this
Yeah,
week?
I started playing Dispatch. That is
Yeah,
the game made by Ad Hoc, who is made up of people who used to work at Telltale.
and I
You can
believe
tell.
published by Critical Role, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Uh,
I saw that, like, straight up. I Dispatch was something I was about to crack open and do an LP of alongside E33. But I had to pull the schedule back because of baby reasons. So we're
yeah.
gonna have to chill for a minute. But I absolutely saw and was interested in doing Dispatch for
Would
sure.
you like some pro tips?
When it comes to episode 4, perhaps mute the sound, but zoom in on.
You're gonna want to mute the sound for the intro. You're gonna want to turn all the content shit on. Because I got to have a fun experience with YouTube's, what is it called? Fucking active community guideline strike.
Yes.
For sexual content for the purposes of titillation.
See, I wish I could. I'm always curious because, like, like there's implied sex scenes in movies, and then sometimes there's explicit, and sometimes there's like not explicit, but like ooh. And I always remember. Do you remember Watchmen? Right,
The TV show or the movie? Yeah, I remember.
In Watchmen, the movie, it's all dark and in shadow, but you're seeing ass cheeks clapping. Right? Yeah. You're actually seeing the pressure.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's nothing, like, that's not explicit, but boy.
That is explicit. I would say that's explicit.
You're not showing anything that you're not supposed to be showing for the PG-13 rating or whatever, but boy, are you as close as you can get to it with the shadows, you know?
Pornography and rules about nudity on all online platforms are nonsense. I remember when Tumblr banned female presenting nipples, so people were taking photos
Instagram
of
as well with
topless people,
and then putting male
photoshopping the nipples off, and then putting guy nipples on.
Yep,
which is fucking weird.
Yep.
That's super strange. But
Watchmen had big swinging blue dong in it. It was not a PG-13 movie, but,
yeah.
But like I'm saying, the way that was shot was they were not showing you as much as they could have been. They were not showing you an explicit sex scene, I feel like, but they were silhouetting it in a way that was pretty close.
So yeah, go ahead and mute the first. Yeah, I mean, go ahead and mute your game audio for episode 4, and then you'll know when to turn it back on.
Not the visual. The audio.
It was the audio.
That's crazy.
But you know what? Go ahead and you turn that sensitive materials, sexual content toggle on also.
Oh, by the way, just a reminder for everybody that I live in Montreal, where striptease was rated G.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
I saw that in the theater.
Yep.
At like whatever it was that it
Cinema
came
at the Park. Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, Dad, can we go watch the movie with Demi Moore being naked?" He was like, "Yeah."
All right, so just got to bring this one up every once in a while to remind people what's what. Yeah, okay. But outside of that, I like
how you can tell who is American in the chat by the level of capitals.
Exactly. And those who are like,
really
"Oh yeah,
funny.
Yeah, I remember that." What I have been hearing is that, so obviously besides those foibles, game's excellent.
Oh, it's great. It's great, and it has many of our larger compatriots there. Mr. Charlie Moist Critical is there. Laura Bailey, Matt Mercer. I think Matt Mercer. I just assume Matt Mercer's in everything I watch now.
So Aaron Paul, like, I don't know if did you ever watch any of Invincible?
I did not.
Okay. Aaron Paul has like an episode, well, more than one, but he has like a special dedicated episode where he plays a character in Invincible, and he does a phenomenal job there. Where I kind of was like, okay, Breaking Bad aside, like that really shows me like your ability to perform.
Yeah, Aaron Paul is doing a great job as Dispatch Man. Alana Pierce is there as an Australian person, which works because you got to. Jacksepticeye's there, et cetera, et cetera. It's star-studded cast, really. But more than that, super snappy writing, but not too snappy. Right?
Okay.
Like punchy, quick, funny,
but he's
witty
not right
humor,
behind me, is
but
he?
it's not overwritten.
That just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Really,
Not,
really.
not too snap. You have to snap it back. You have to go make it witty, but not too witty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It takes a lot of. It takes a lot of inspiration from their older games. In particular, one very, very famously misunderstood dialogue choice from an earlier game gets a second go around.
Good. Yeah. I saw a joke referencing like confusing options in a
Yeah.
you know. I've
been playing through it, and I'm getting like a lot of much like every single one of these. You get to the end, you get to see what did other people do.
Mm-hmm.
And the choices are like 50-50, or if there's 3 choices, it's like 30%, like right down the middle, or cataclysmic one-sided like things.
So something else I heard was that this game is completely pre-rendered. There is nothing actually.
It is running at 62 FPS the whole time. It is an FMV.
There is no rendering going on whatsoever.
No.
Okay.
No, this is the goddamn choose your own adventure thing.
So it's coming to Netflix, is what you're saying.
Okay, good. Yeah, absolutely. Except there is a game part. So you have your quick time events during story sequences, fighting people in a robot suit or whatever. You've got your narrative choices, which are exactly the same as you would expect from a Telltale thing, all the way down to so and so will remember that. And then you've got a little hacking mini game for babies, but it's cute, right? And then you have the dispatching, which is the game's primary gameplay, which is you running 911 operator for a superhero group and trying to figure out who is correct to send to what job. Mm-hmm. So it's like, hey, there's a massive soccer brawl. No, it's in the US. Sorry, there's a massive football game brawl happening. You got to send over somebody to take care of it non-violently.
Okay.
And every single task and every single hero is split between combat, defensive ability, mobility, charm, and intellect.
Is that gameplay aspect of it anything like Home Safety Hotline?
No. So what it is that you're looking at a map and a problem will show up and a little circle will start counting down. And you click on it and it'll say, hey, who do you want to send? It'll give you a basic rough idea of what it is. It'll give you a little hint. It's like, oh, the people here are really strong. Or, oh, you need to send somebody who's really smart, who understands crypto, or whatever. Okay, and then you're going to try and fit the best team. And then what you do is everybody has like a JoJo stand grid of the 5 points. And the way that it works is that you can't see it, but every single task has a hidden little diagram of themselves. And when the task is complete, they overlap the two to see how much they overlap. And then they throw like a little ping pong ball around like a screensaver and go, hope you land where they both overlap. And then that thing will be marked as complete. So if you send like 3 heroes to a really easy one, it'll just completely cover it and it'll go 100%. It feels you did it.
So there was in the middle of Marvel Civil War, the original comic run, there was like a what if scenario where you got to see like what if Cap and Tony's handshake was genuine and nothing popped off after that, and then it shows an imaginary scenario where they're both in like in a comms room taking calls from around the world, dispatching heroes to deal with S rank problems, A rank, B, etc., and kind of just going out for a coffee break and eventually going like, man, could you imagine if we actually fought over that shit?
Yeah.
And then cutting back to the corpse and the fucking grave and the crying and the oh god, It was a pretty good like cutaway. So I kind of imagine something like that scene.
Yeah, so the main source of drama is that you're running this dispatch job, but you are in charge of the absolute dog shit loser Z Team.
Yeah.
Just the absolute worst of the worst idiots, nearly exclusively reformed minor villains.
What happens when you send the fucking new warriors out to deal with a villain that can detonate himself at an elementary school?
Yeah. So, like, for example, I'll take one example. Charlie plays Sonar. He's a guy in a suit that happens to have a bat head. And he is guilty of a wide variety of financial and money laundering crimes. And he's way into crypto. And so his intelligence and charm are off the charts. So if you need him to go argue with the brain teaser or diffuse a situation or do a speaking arrangement at something to make the company look good, you might want to send him. However, he is also in Narcotics Anonymous and is horribly addicted to drugs. So maybe don't send him to bust up the drug deal because he is addicted to drugs and wants to do cocaine.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, gotcha. Right.
There's a bunch of little gameplay mechanics, like, certain pairs work better together. Certain every event has the right hero to send.
Okay.
Like literally, like they skip the mini game and there's an extra option that just goes solve it their way.
Don't send Adam X the Extreme to solve the mental health crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And so far, from a narrative perspective, it is fucking aces. It's also, and this will be of great interest to you, really short.
Yep.
Every episode is exactly 1 hour long.
I saw that shit. That fucking cranked it right up the list.
The plan was to blow through it over the weekend. However, episode 4 got in my way, and then the baby got sick. So I'm gonna do the rest of Dispatch tomorrow.
Very excited about that.
Also, Joel Haver's there. You know Joel Haver?
I should.
Joel Haver's the guy who invented the art style of bad-looking VHS video games.
Yes. Yeah, there we go.
And he is being awkward as shit, and his character is so interesting, and I probably want to... I'm going to tell you, that fourth episode has the hardest decision I have ever made in any of those games.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And like I looked at the stats, and it was 53%.
So fuck the in-game stats. Is there an audience chat civil war between decisions as well going on?
Well, yes, constantly.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a big fan of putting out this type of video, like as a VOD, and you get comment number 1 going, "Wow, this is crazy. I can't believe I haven't seen even one of these dialogue choices ever before. I never would have picked these."
Yeah.
And then right underneath that, I can't believe how gratifying it is to see Pat pick every single decision that I also picked. Great. And he always made the right decision.
Great. Okay. So this is one of those games straddling that line. Perfect.
This is also something that that somebody described something that was a minor spoiler to me, and I didn't care, and I'm glad they told me. There is a character here that I can't wait to talk to you about, because they are right down the middle of one half of that character is for you and the other half of that character is for me.
Okay.
Their design might as well be out of your scrapbook.
Okay.
It's the character that you go for and draw and every time. With the personality of the character that is for me,
that you go for every time,
and watching it ping pong around in my brain is hilarious.
Interesting. Yep. This is high priority.
It's really good. Turn the black bars on. There's a lot more. So episode 1 has a lot of just cock on the screen.
Oh, straight
no
up
flags.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no flags. And apparently the black bars can't keep up with the dick motion. in that first episode. Like straight up, like like they didn't do that good a job, and it can't.
So I was pleased to find out that like Baldur's Gate was like it's aggressive, and Cyberpunk has the same thing with its the filtering, but like Twitch was pretty much like okay with it, even if it was like the game was being overly cautious compared to what Twitch would be okay with, which is how I prefer it.
I appreciate that. I thank you.
But YouTube, however, is another beast entirely.
Hey, I'm new to streaming on YouTube. It's good to...
So if somebody just gets a little too excited on mic and gets a little too close to something explicit, like YouTube is going to flag that.
Yeah, that's right. My community guideline strike is going to leave on February 21st, and I had to fill out baby's first content appropriateness class where I had to do a little survey of 7 questions where they go, so-and-so is at a hockey game and is which of these is okay? And fuck you, you fucking condescending pricks. I know exactly what your fucking system should be actually fighting for. I'm getting a false positive here, you fucks.
It's always inconsistent, and whatever it is today is going to be different for tomorrow as well. Like it's literally the battle that's been lasting our entire careers.
Yeah.
And you know, also doesn't hurt to also scroll past the story that where the dispatch team are like, yeah, fuck that AI shit, and we're like, okay, cool,
good, great. Cool. And then I also read an interview where they're like, yeah, we had actually like full-on graphic sex scenes, but we had to take them out due to time constraints. And I'm like, after going through half the game, I'm like, you had like more what the fuck did you guys have in here?
Now interesting. Okay. Like are we looking at Overwatch and kind of going, why don't we wet our beaks?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Why not allow us to wet our beaks too officially?
But yeah, no.
There's a whole lot of mercy bucks that Blizzard is not making.
Dispatch is great, and I only have one problem with it.
Yeah,
and it's a problem of my own creation because of the nature of streaming. So Dispatch came out like a month or two ago, like a little while ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what this means is that for the first time ever, I'm playing one of these games not on like the first day, first week, which means I'm actually seeing a representative split of like what those like decisions are, right? Because when you play the like Walking Dead season 1 on day one, came out,
yeah,
like you actually were only getting compared to like the first couple hundred people, and sometimes it could skew really, really hard, right? But now it's out, it's done, so I'm seeing like the real decisions about who picked this or that. But what I'm also seeing is the final stat on every single episode is for the Dispatch gameplay, it's you did better than X percentage of players. But that includes people who replayed the game to get perfect scores.
Oh.
So the first day, I'm like, you did better than 20% of people.
So there's an objective correct path?
Yes. You can do perfect dispatch runs.
Okay, not the choices in dialogue, but in terms of...
No, but like the gameplay.
The gameplay itself, yeah, okay.
Right? And it's like there are guides out and people have used them and people have replayed each episode to get the perfect dispatch runs to get the most experience. And so I get to the end and it's like, you are better than 30% of other players. I was like, but I thought I did pretty good. It was like, yeah, because I'm being compared to
perfect runs.
A fucking pool that has been inflated by perfect runs.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No. It makes me feel bad every time.
Imagine your first shot against fucking Consort Radon shows you a leaderboard of how fast you died. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say that so apparently it's just a collection of MP4s, right? And it's all pre-rendered, which means you have no access to 3D models, which means
that's correct.
Which means that the horny means of production are owned by the Dispatch team themselves, which means that they are in charge of what you get access to. And if you allow them to wet their beaks, if you want to get randy with it, then they can choose how much to dole out to you because they have all the access.
I don't think they have to worry about that because like people are just they're gonna do the same thing that they've always done, which is find an approximate character and then change that.
Release the files, literally.
Like if Sarah Bryant's Virtua Fighter model can be repurposed for Samus, then she can also be repurposed for Blue Blazer.
Sure, but there's a little something to knowing that it's like an approximation versus the original, right?
Yeah.
It's just source filmmaker, there's something special about that. There's something different about that. So